He likes the booze, he likes cocaine, he even picks up hookers in the rain. That's me!
Rolling? Are we on? Hey, what is up, everybody? What's the good word, as the chocolate people say? Oh yes, I said the chocolate people. That was not racist, was it? Anyways, okay. Well, you know what? Today we're going to talk about my job that I recently acquired. I filled out the application, then I went through all the process and the training. So now I'm proud. I work at the local Arby's, and I am a drive-through coordinator, which is a fancy way of saying, like the fucking guy who takes the orders in the drive-through. Like the garbage man who say, these days. I sound like Jay Leno. Hey, fuck, the garbage man these days, they're called sanitation engineers. And you like that, didn't you? You like that Leno impression. Anyways, yes, the garbage man, they're called sanitation engineers today because, to make them feel, less self-conscious about grabbing the fucking bags of garbage and throwing them into trucks. So anyways, I'm called the drive-through coordinator, and I really just take people's orders. So anyways, I'm making this video today because I want to talk about my fucking cunt of a manager, Marsha. And this bitch, she must weigh like what? What does she weigh? You seen her when you dropped me off to work the other day. What? She must weigh like 348 pounds? Seriously, it looks like her mother got raped by a fucking northern walrus. It's not even funny, man. It's grotesque. And she's always getting on my case. She's like, Krelmo, why do you have to dip your nutsack inside of the fryer? And Krelmo, why do you have to take a dump in the single slot in the cashier register? And Krelmo, why do you have to take a dump in the urinal? And Krelmo, why do you always offer to give a dirty Sanchez to the majority of the customers and the select few of the employees? She really pisses me off. She gets on my last nerve. Fucking God, I fucking... It makes me gag just thinking about her. Fucking stupid cunt. Bitch. Excuse me. She's just a giant douche. Imagine if a douche was the size of a fucking Chevy van. That's what she would be. She's like, what? Oh, that right there. That's nothing. That's just a bag of no. Come on, give me that back. Seriously, give me that back. That's nothing, man. Give me. Come on. Come on. It says in plain fucking daylight. Clearly, it says on the bag what it is. It's not Coke. It's flour for what do people use flour for? For baking. Yes, for baking. What's that, you ask? What do I want? I don't know. Maybe cookies or a cake. It's your birthday coming up pretty soon, so I was maybe planning to bake you a cake. And I learned from that lady on the show. I was watching that show, and and I got kind of inspired. So I went out and I bought some flour, and I want to do some baking. What's the matter with that? Some innocent, harmless baking. Some cookies or candy or cake or whatever, but I was watching her show the other day. The lady that she has her own cooking show, the fat white lady who's always drunk, and to be perfectly honest, she looks like a slave owner. What is her name? Dean, Paula Dean, that's it. Another subject. And my brother, I think all of you know who he is. You know what he did the other day, Mike? He fucking... he works on that show, the fucking Sesame Street. He sent me a copy of his check, and it was for like, what, $100,000? It just ruined my whole fucking week. That smug bastard. It's like, come on, man, seriously. You make that much money, fucking keep it to yourself. In the meantime, I'm working at Arby's, and my brother, I think all of you know who he is. He fucking sends me a copy of his check, And also, you know what he does? He sends me a copy of his check, and he also sends a picture of him and that giant talking bird laying on the beach having fun drinking beers. And I'm like, man, listen, I don't live next to the beach. I'm not as fortunate as you to have millions of dollars and have a beach house. I have to live in the freezing tundra up here and work at Arby's making roast beef sandwiches for pricks that come through the drive-thru. You know what I mean, man? I mean, come on. The Krelmo Show, the Krelmo Show. I don't know what anybody does but watch me. And if they don't watch me, they can kiss my... Imagine getting shot by an arrow. I mean, seriously, that's like getting fucking shot and stabbed at the same time. The fucking, man, I have nightmares about that. Reoccurring ones, too. It's fucking... So, as you know, last week I was talking about how I got out of rehab, you know, from the coke, and I'm what time is it? I 35 minutes sober, and very proud of it. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Mike over here, he thinks that it's 35 minutes is not a long time. You know, Mike says to me, listen, if you have a year under your belt, then maybe come back to me and say, listen, I have a year, but 35 minutes? Come on. Excuse me, folks, excuse me. Anyways, what is going on? You know what? I know that I haven't talked to my brother in a long time, and ever since he got the, excuse me, ever since he got that job on Sesame Street, he thinks he's fucking tough cookies. He thinks he's a big deal. Let's end this video on a good note. Let's say, Mike, you want anything to say? At least say something, Mikey. At least give me a high five to know that I'm not crazy and the people think that I'm just not here talking to myself. High five! There we go, yes. Very good there, very good, Mike. Very good there. Good way to deal with your agoraphobia, you fucking queer.